Hey y'all, do y'all find it a little funny that Controller will say in one sentence, I tell my people not to send me links, I'm telling y'all right now, don't send me no shit like that, I ain't trying to see it, But then she'll turn around and say some shit like, Ivana, of course I'm not subscribed to you, that's why I'm just now seeing a video that you made 3 days ago because someone just sent it to me. Which one is it, bitch? Do people send you shit or not? I got one even better though. So she starts out this live talking about these 5 or 6 mean girls, right? And what she's doing is basically insinuating that she speaks to people inside the community that view us as the mean girls, and they have told her that we were the mean girls that needed to take this poor broken widow under their wing, as if, and she's saying it as if it's a bad thing, right? But then she starts talking about a channel holder in the community that she fucks with, refers to her as her sis, and uses the exact same wording. So she says, she's like my big sis, she took me under her wing, What's the difference, Controlla? What's the difference between me taking you under my wing versus the next person? And since you said that, I give you permission to show any messages or conversations between us where I have ever given you bad advice, not had your best interest at heart, or ever tried to lead you in the wrong direction. I give you permission to show that. And what's funny about this whole mean girl thing, Controlla is the one who actually started to call us and our little crew, which included her, the mean girls, to the extent of saying shit in hangouts like, y'all can't sit with us. The best part about it though, when I first, and I'm not trying to be shitty or shady, this is just the facts of the situation. When I first met Controlla, literally nobody liked her. I didn't watch Fact Check like that, so I wasn't sure why she had been kicked off or, why people disliked her. I wasn't gonna hop on that bandwagon just because, you know what I mean? So this idea that we had to take this poor little broken widow under our wing for these good girl points, as she says, I'm a little curious, Controlla. If nobody even liked you and nobody even fucked with you, who was it that we were trying to get good girl points for? Because the reality of the situation is, I didn't even have no issues with people on YouTube until I started fucking with you. Not like that. And I brought it on myself because I chose to defend you the way that I did, like running up in people's chat rooms and shit. So that is on me. But, again, the reality of the situation is it was because of you. Who is it that I needed to have good girl points for to get in the good graces of? This is why I said the other day, if you're gonna say shit, at least make the shit make sense. This is also why, when I stopped fucking with Controlla, I apologized to a lot of people for the shit that I had said and done in defense of Controlla. So again, if I haven't even done nothing to nobody like that, aside from trying to defend you, what did I need good girl points for? And if nobody even liked you, who did I need to be in the good graces of? It's also a little crazy. The first thing that me and Controlla actually touched on was the fact that we both took Suboxone. It wasn't even her husband. That didn't happen until after the fact. And of course I felt bad for her after the fact. Who with a heart wouldn't have felt bad for this woman who just lost this girl? Let me correct that. Who just lost her husband. So of course that added to it. But that wasn't even the reason why I started fucking with Controlla in the first place. There's something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh, this whole fan shit, right? Let me be clear on this. I do not consider myself a channel holder. But when I first started speaking my little opinion on my channel, it was actually about Bombshell. And Controlla ain't never had a problem with it. Even the other day, perfect fucking example. The other day when I made a video about Bombshell, not only was Controlla in the comment section, but she shared the shit with a long ass paragraph basically showing her excitement. Like, finally Baxo's going after Bombshell again. I can't wait to see how this shit turns out. She was all fucking for it. So my thing is, how come it's okay for me to do shit about Bombshell, but if I do something about you, I gotta be a fan? Same shit. All three of these points, please make them make sense, especially the one that I need good girl points for. Please explain that one to me. But every single one of these situations, it's okay for you, but not for anyone else. You'll say one thing and then say another thing, and I bring this on myself because I won't share the messages to prove my point. I just don't agree with doing something like that, regardless of how much Controlla pisses me off. So I bring it on myself, for people to interpret things however they want. You know what I mean? It's hard for me not to speak out on these things because I know Controlla is a liar, which is why I started calling her out. She lied to people that supported her. She lied to me, she lied to T, she lied to Tasha about getting fucking food stamps. And this is just the type of person that she is. She lies about things that don't even matter. She lied to people that supported her and cared about her about something that none of us gave a fuck about. That never changed my opinion or perception, but what it did do was tell me that I needed to be weary of her because she was willing to lie to me about things that didn't even matter. Therefore, she would be willing to lie to me about things that did. I've never been cool with someone because they did or did not get help from the government. And the scary part, not scary, but like worrisome part about it, she lied to people that supported her just to push this narrative. For whatever reason, in her own mind, she wanted people to believe that she took care of her daughter solely on her own, when in reality, she didn't. And again, none of us gave a fuck about that, but she had no reason to lie. Like, yo, I'm trying to tell y'all. Not only did she lie about the EBT food stamp shit, she told me for a hot minute she couldn't even write a check. The first time she wrote a check, she came into Straight Drop's room and told everybody about it. But now she sits out here and lies to people that she does the books for her dad. Everything, literally. And this is what made me start backing the fuck away, because she would tell a story, but then the next time she told it, the details would be different. Or what she told me privately wasn't the same thing as she would say publicly. Or she would get caught in a lie like she did the EBT one. She didn't even apologize to us. She's like, yeah, I do get help, so fucking what? So again, although I won't show the messages, it's hard for me to not speak out when I see and I know for a fact that Controlla is sitting in people's faces fucking lying. Anyway, the main thing I would like for you to explain Controlla, like I said. Who is it that I was trying to get in the good graces of? Who was it that I was trying to impress with these good girl points? And if you were the ticket to these good girl points, why did I ever go against you? If you touch on anything from this video, please touch on that.